Happy Now by Zedd with Elley Duhe is in standard tuning and will be capoed on the 2nd fret. And then from that point, we'll be using G formation style chords to play most of the song, even though technically because of the capo, this G is not a G, it is an A. We are in the real key of A. The opening riff is going to be happening using some somewhat unconventional chords that you may not have seen before, and you only use 2 fingers at a time to play them, but it's kind of tricky the way that they're being played, and it's kind of a tricky finger-picked rhythm. The opening chord for the opening riff is going to start off with your 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret and your pinky finger on the 3rd string 4th fret, and I'm speaking relative to our capo, not real frets, but relative to our capo. So 6th string 3rd fret, that's your 2nd finger, pinky finger on the 3rd string 4th fret. And that's going to be the opening chord. You're going to pluck the 6th string with your thumb, and then the 3rd string with your 2nd finger, and the 4th string with your 1st finger. So 6, 3, 4. The 2nd chord is going to be this chord. You're going to move and put your ring finger on the 6th string relative 7th fret and your pinky finger on the 3rd string relative 7th fret. And you'll do the same picking pattern with your thumb, 1st finger, and 2nd finger of 6th string, 3rd string, 4th string. So far we've got a relative G chord and relative, what is this, B minor chord. And then the 3rd chord is going to be this, a relative A chord to our capo. You're going to drop your pinky finger down 1 fret so that it is on the 3rd string relative 6th fret, and put your 2nd finger on the 6th string relative 5th fret. And you've got after this 3rd chord, you will then slide up to this chord right here. You're going to keep your fingers in the exact same shape right here, and you're going to slide up to what is now our real fret of 12. I'm just going to tell you it's the 12th fret because I don't want to recount all of these. We're in the real 12th fret, so I guess it's our relative 10 fret. Quick math there. Relative 10 fret, real 12 fret. 2nd finger on the 6th string, 12, real 12, pinky finger on the 3rd string, real 13 fret. And you'll do the same picking pattern with your fingers. And then after you do that, you'll slide this exact same shape all the way back down to where we started in our relative 3rd fret, relative G chord. And then that will repeat. So that real slow, because I know this is kind of the main part that everybody hears about this song. Alright, and so after the intro goes for a while, it then goes into this kind of more chordy riff that on the track it's mainly synths that are playing, but the way that you would execute it on a guitar would be a G chord. The way that I'm making this G chord, I've got my 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, my ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and really that's all that I'm fretting. I'm not letting my 1st string ring out. I'm going to let the 6th string ring out, and I want strings 4, 5, or 4, 3, and 2 to be ringing out. So So that's the first chord. The second chord is going to be an A. To make this A, I'm hitting the open 5th string, and then I'm taking my first finger to just bar across strings 4, 3, and 2. And then the third chord for this synth riffy kind of verses that it goes into, the third chord is going to be a D chord, a D shape. To do that, you've got your first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, you've got your ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and then your 2nd finger on the 1st string 2nd fret. And the rhythm that comes through is like, or D back to the G. And it just does that for verses for a while. G, G, A, D, D, G, D, D, A, or G, G, A, D, D, G. Sometimes instead of the D chord, instead what you'll hear it do is hit the 6th string 2nd fret, and it sounds more like something along those lines. And then whenever it goes back into the chorus, the chords for that, at one point it goes back into this little pick riff, I believe, but the basic chords for the chorus that you would want to be playing are a G, so standard G chord that we just talked about, to a B minor. The way that I'm making this B minor is I am taking my first finger, which should already be on the 5th string 2nd fret from our G, and I'm going to just kind of lay it down and let it bar strings 5, 4, and 3 along the 2nd fret. I'm leaving my ring finger where it was already at from the G chord, and then I'm going to take my pinky finger and put it down on the 4th string relative 4th fret and strum from the 5th string to the 2nd string. So we've got a G, B minor, and then our A chord, which is just using one finger again to bar strings 4, 3, and 2 along the 2nd fret, leaving the 5th string open, strumming from the 5th string to the 2nd string. And those first 3 chords of the chorus are going to come together quickly, like G, B minor, A, and then the next chord is going to be a D, and then back to the G, and then that repeats: G, B minor, A, D, G, G, B minor, A. And then sometimes, again, also in this chorus, instead of going to a full-blown D chord, it instead will hit this lower note, 6th string 2nd fret, and then go into the G chord, and that would sound like. And those are the chords to Happy Now by Zedd with Elley Duhe. Hopefully that gives you an idea about how to approach this song.